Good morning, everybody. Working here today on No One's Land, getting more of the map done. And I have managed to fill, take a look here. I have the sawmill that we bought yesterday. Actually, I messed up a little bit, and in trying to figure out the other mod, I somehow sold the existing sawmill. So I had to buy a new one, but it's back in the same place. And I managed to fill that one up, put another sawmill down closer to the home, and fill that one up and still send a truckload over to um, Iowa Plainsview. Also got the greenhouse growing some tomatoes, which is good because that's I have two production points that are in serious need of tomatoes, so we've got that going, and we'll probably get that going now. So I am still taking trees down. This at this point, we are just putting them in a wood chipper, and we will take that over to. We've got the factory at Iowa Plainsview that handles that and turns it into paper and the cardboard rolls. So we're gonna get that loaded up because that's always needing more. And yes, I know I'm walking around holding a tree. It's a lot easier than trying to get them on a trailer. And then once I get these three that I just cut down loaded, we're gonna continue heading back towards the homestead and getting some more work done. I did buy the new wood chipper. I did have one in the past, I didn't yet. I just decided to take it out and bring it and put it on this map. The truck is the same one that I've been using on maps already that came from Riverbend Springs. And then the trailer is also one that I had already. So it'll basically be figure out how to get these all loaded up and over to Iowa Plains into that factory. And if I do manage to fill everything up, then I guess we'll just start selling off what we have extra. We did, as you can see, get a road built from the home to the bridge so far. It's not pretty one yet, but we did get one started. I'm going to be working on finishing it up, making it prettier, getting all the design in. I've also started putting in a fence to, mainly because I did actually drive off the edge of the cliff here at one point. I was getting something done, got too close, and went over. So I put that into kind of keep that from happening again. Got those three down. What we're going to do is level or fold this up, and we're actually going to get in the truck, and we're going to keep driving down the road to see what other trees need to come down. Right, here's another bunch, but we're going to do this while I work on cutting them down. We're going to bring the semi and the tractor this way. Work so far to get them loaded. And I do clean up trucks as soon as I cut the tree, just to make sure that they don't get forgotten. And it had caused me problems earlier. There was a spot on the map that when I was leveling it, you guys saw yesterday, where it just wasn't getting level, wasn't leveling out. It's because there was a tiny little piece of wood left. So it wasn't letting me level it because there was something on it. And the truck went too far over, but that's okay, because we gotta get him turned around facing the truck anyway. And then I'm wondering, we'll leave some of these flowers like this in, and as I'm building the beehives, hoping that these flowers that are here act as pollination points to get better honey yields. But I don't know if the game sees it as that, or just sees it as decoration. Because as we get going here, so the homestead's back in here, and I've already got one greenhouse. I'm going to get several more greenhouses lined up. And each one of them, I found on this map, instead of having the multi-purpose ones like I have in Iowa Plains, each one is going to be a specific item. So that way, when I go up to it, at some point, if I get way too many tomatoes and don't need any more, I can just stop the production for a little while. Be perfect. But so I'm going to have greenhouses back along this way. Have my farm set up. Let's go take exit. Vehicle. So there's the house. Currently we're behind the house. Here's the greenhouse. First one. There's the fill station to get everything into the greenhouses. So I'll probably have a good sized line of greenhouses all along here. And then once we get this area cleaned out over here, we'll have the sheds for the equipment to get that going. And then the rest of the map will be working on getting just fields to grow stuff in. And there may be another area probably on this side where before this big river runs through. So on this side, we'll probably have another quite large line of greenhouses. This will be where all of the raw materials come from, essentially. We'll have Alma putting in raw materials. Iowa Plains has a few fields going. 4 fields is all of its fields are going to get turned into production points. So this map will be producing all of the material for those production points. And I think it's going to work out pretty good. Because for starters, we can get back into the truck here. We've got 33% filling on this right now. We're going to keep filling this up, and then once he's full, he's going to drive over and delivered to the factory in Iowa Plains. And then again, once that factory gets filled, I think that cement factory also uses wood chips, so maybe I'll keep using it. But that factory doesn't produce very quickly, and I don't know if any of the bigger ones for it usually get picked up much. We're just starting around with them. And I'm hoping we're supposed to actually be a little bit warmer this weekend. That's the game traffic. Supposed to be a little bit warmer this weekend, so maybe hopefully planning on getting out and getting some video shot outside for that channel. And then one of the things I'd like to find out is if you guys are watching, do you want to keep have me keep doing everything on one channel, or do you want to split up pumps and stuff to a different channel and do just one thing on one channel? My Facebook page kind of takes everything that I do, just because it's hard enough on one Facebook page level from multiple. But YouTube's a little bit easier. Like several different channels that I have run them or had them, but I've put things on them off and on, but I haven't. I let other people manage them most of the time, but switching between them is easy enough to get done. So if I could open just a new channel for Farming Simulator, that would be easy enough to do. I could also, once my following is big enough and everybody's listening on it, put my Farming Simulator back to Twitch. It's not that I minded the Twitch stream, it just wasn't, I was only getting spam bots, I wasn't getting any actual people. But we could get that, if I get any followers or want me to come, we can do it. Lots of things planned for the future, just depending on. Alright, got those 3 done. Shut that down and fold it up. Get them ready for the move. We're not going to take any trees that are not in the driveway right now. We're on the road here right now. We're not going to take any. We're just going to focus on the ones that are in the actual road. Because when it comes down to the end, we may not need all of them moved. The ones around the house I want to get all moved because that's going to be where everything's This way. Every 3 trees looks like. Oh, wow, when that happens. Every 3 trees looks like it's getting about 10% on this type. I don't know if the bigger ones back there at the homestead will be more. But once we get the truck full, and we will definitely be ready to take that over to the Iowa Plains and get it full in the plant. And like I said, getting everything full to produce is what the goal is. I think it would be really awesome. Yeah, I just get him to go way too far over. And this seems like a lot of effort just to get that one tree done, but it's better to keep working towards the house than to try just taking the trees over, walking the trees over halfway across the map. Shot. I hit the wrong one. I hit that. Let's get it a little bit closer to the truck. Start it up, and then we'll get that tree ground. Takes it all for me. Here we get this going. Get like this, and then we'll take the pickup. We use the pickup truck for kind of the scouting purposes. This is also why I put the fence up. There's some spots I put really close to the cliff on the road, so we're going to get those. I built a big enough road to hopefully keep that from happening, but I would rather have a fence there, so if I send automated workers to do something, I don't go looking for my vehicle later and find out that the automated workers drove it over the edge. Because they have the dumb. This guy. We're going to start him up. We're going to see if he drives up here. I'm probably putting him too far over, but that's okay. We'll watch them come in. Oh, didn't get him close. Facility section. And I can get him in the position I want him to be in. Alright, I'm getting the semi. Not the perfect backing job, but it works. Go. Plenty of bucks so far to help them drive from the bridge to where I've got them at now. They're not great. Alright, so now the road is clear all the way up. Now it should be a lot easier because now we can pull in here, and I'm going to start with these trees right along in here, getting them out, continuing to work on building stuff up like that. As you can see, even with the leveling, when I put the house down, it still takes a little bit, but I have managed to make it look a little better than when I was first getting used to it and had the sharp drops and everything. And I've kind of fixed those up on Iowa Plains too. I've got some more work to do on them, but they're getting a little better. I'm gonna take a look at the tomatoes. Oh, we've already got 2 pallets of tomatoes. This thing pushing them out real quick. So we'll have to get one of the cold trucks over. Yeah, we'll have to get the cold storage here pretty quickly to get them ready to move to where they need to. We'll need to look there. We'll definitely have a logistics center on this map. It will probably be over here closer to everything else. Right in here. And yes, I did try. I bought a forklift and bought a end loader with a forklift to try to get those 2 containers that had full of trees from that one lot mod. I did end up getting rid of that mod because there was no way. I never did figure out how to unload those containers to get it in there. So as you can see back there, I did put in the sell everything point just to get those off the map. Kept track of some of the trees I had. We're producing wood chips right away. We've already got planks going, wood beams going. Same with this one. This one does not produce wood chips, but that's okay. And it's hard to get. I think there's a mod now that will get the guys off the map because he no longer owns the sawmill. I do. And then I don't need to talk to, because he's over here standing next to a tree. He's not doing anything. And then Walter is over here, which I think this was the original map that you own. And I don't know if this is a build point or if this is what this is exactly. So that's something I'm going to work on figuring out. And if it's nothing that I need, it's just all going to get cleared out. There's Walter. I'm not going to have a conversation with him today. Yeah, as you can see, there is some stuff up here. That will come in handy. It's not telling me anything about this being like a drop stuff off for building. Silo, farm garage. It's got to be building them because they're not here. So I might see if I can try building them. A lime station, probably end up selling that. And yeah, buildable log cabin. So that's the cabin. This is a barn. I just have to figure out how to get them built. Because it is not bringing up any information as to what it needs, but I'm guessing we'll start with the wood and go from there. So we'll keep figuring that out. We've got wood being produced. We'll see how it comes in. If we need cement and everything else, we'll have to get that production going as well. But I am going to, over the weekend, figure out how to get rid of the people, because I don't need the people on the map anymore. Mainly because on this particular map, this is my headquarters map, so I'm going to own everything. The sell points, the manure point, all of it. I'm just gonna, it's all gonna be part of Gavin Farm. So that we can build out the headquarters map and continue growing the Gavin Farm World and Farming Simulator. So what I'm going to actually end up doing right now is I'm gonna come to a spot out here. Problem is all this fencing and stuff. Don't really need it. But I think the logistics point will fit right in here. And if I can't find it pretty quick, we'll just call it for now, and I will work on that. Work over the weekend, trying to get you guys the finished product over me trying to learn, figure things out here. So yeah, because basically what's going to need to happen is we're going to need to make sure that this ground is level, and then I don't know if I have to yeah, get rid of the fence here, so that the road right there can go into this spot for the logistics center, and hope that it's big enough. Gotta remember where that is. But we do have some spaces here where I can put some things in as income generators. Like, for instance, car park. And it can make a little bit of extra money per day. So why don't we drop a couple of those in right in here. And that can make us a little bit of extra money while we're building things up. It'll show some income entering instead of just leaving. Now I have to figure out where I just put this. The map was at a different angle, so it's very weird. I'm standing right there. A moment. Where'd they go? Weird. Oh, they're right here. So I'm over here and they're over here. Okay. We'll just do this. See if that helps me get closer to them real quick. Okay. Okay, so now I'm standing over here and they are right there. Perfect. We're gonna go this way. Right? wish it would show me on the map where those things are. Because that would be so much easier. Because see my angle here. What is that one? A large mining station. And see, it doesn't show me the large way station on here. So I'd like to check it out. Is it over here? I should get a vehicle for this. I think I'm going the wrong way. Sorry guys, I'm not very good at this. Where am I at now? Yeah, I am completely out of the way from where it is now. So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna get in the car. We're gonna bring the car down here. Aha. And there it is. Now I will clean it up a little bit more so that it's all on cement and none of it's on grass. But I'm gonna call it for the week. I'm gonna keep working over the weekend to keep building this up more. Get rid of the in-game people. Hoping I can squeeze the logistics center in right there, so that we have all of the produced material being produced going into the production point, or into the logistics center. Then all of the trucks that come into town can go straight to the logistics center, pick up the material, and send it out where it needs to go. Because right now I have tomatoes that need to go to Iowa Plains and to Forest Fields. And neither one of those maps are currently producing a whole lot of tomatoes. Their greenhouses produce everything, and so they kind of fall to the back of the list for the tomatoes. But right now, unfortunately, I have to get ready to go to work. So we're going to call it for today. I'd like to thank you guys for watching. If you're liking the content, give me a thumbs up, and please subscribe to the channel. I would appreciate the support. I am trying to not so much build up my farming sim career, but use what I can, the support that I get from streaming and all my online stuff, to build my actual real life farm. Right now, my farm consists of my backyard with my house in the middle of the city, but I would love to be able to change that to actually someday have a farm where I can know everything. Anyway, you can check out everything that's going on in the world of Gavin Farm on my Gavin Farm Facebook page. I do have a small merch store. I'm going to be working more on the replacement for the Teespring store, only because Teespring hasn't gotten me much traffic and no sales. You don't hear much about Teespring except from a few people on I've seen through YouTube, and from my perspective, their merchandise is limited to what I want. I want to be able to create a whole lot more than what they offer. So we're working on that. Um, this graphic that you see will probably be changing starting Monday because I do have some changes already in place. And I am working on other features that I would like to be able to add to my streams in the morning, where maybe we're not just playing Farm Sim, maybe um, I'm getting some cameras set up to where we can take a look at the chickens outside, what's going on there as well. Lots of planning coming up. Um, we'll see how it goes. Stick around if you'd like. I'd love to have you stick around. But with that, keep an eye on Facebook. If I'm going to do any live streaming, I will be doing it there for the most part over the weekend. It very much is dependent on the weather if I do a stream outside, or if I don't do a stream, I'm going to at least try to get some kind of video created for the channel. But I hope everybody has a good weekend. Stay safe, and we will see you back here in Farming Simulator. We're going to be on Iowa Plains View, taking care of some logistics, shipping and stuff on Monday. So we'll see you all then. Have a good day, guys. Bye, y'all.